Breaking news, presidential candidate Rhealyn wins a landslide victory. The coalition of Voiceless of Voices Union and Bunyag organizations have intervened and are meeting with Rhealyn and his candidates right now.
At long last, today is the day we've all been looking forward to. Let us raise our glasses to toast our alliance's victory and our party's glory days.
You know, I'm both surprised and terrified by how you managed to get us elected. I mean, is it possible to bribe the commission? That's a brilliant move in my opinion.
It wasn't all that difficult to come up with an idea. All I have to do is pull a few strings and dial a few lines. And voila! The riches are ours.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how to hook an alliance. Cheers to that. Although it does seem that there are a lot of reporters outside.
A group of individual representatives standing here now was one to hold a democratic rally live in front of the Brown Palace. Here are some of the desires and pleading they were battling for.
They claim that things will improve. That's exactly what they were lobbying for. For the downtrodden, better days are ahead. That's why I supported them. Why am I going through much greater pain? All I wanted was to provide a pleasant life for my family. I didn't ask for more. I contribute to their food supply. I give my blood, sweat, and tears to the crops on which they graze. Their platforms emphasize the importance of resolving farmers' issues. Thieves, traitors, crooked, that's exactly who you're made up of. You're only thinking about money. Luxury, pleasure, filth, and convenience are shoved up their throats. But my family and I can hardly eat the crops we cultivate and sow. So where do we go from here?
Everything is sinking. Everything, including my boat, family, and the government. The instant they refused to shake my hands or even look at me after winning the elections, I knew my suspicions were correct. They're also enamored with themselves. This is not something I don't deserve. This is not something we deserve. I'm hardly able to feed my two little children. I mean, what other options do I have? I've surrendered everything because they compel me to. They made it illegal for us to fish our own waters in order to make room for their foreign bodies who are grabbing what is rightfully ours. Thief, they're all expert at it. I sincerely apologize to my children, wife, and parents. We've reached the end of our rope. We're all doomed.
I was let down by the previous administration. I don't have high hopes for this one. As I watch our economy implode and our workers lose their jobs, I've lost all the faith in the government. I should have gotten myself registered to vote. Perhaps then I won't die in starvation. I lament the fact that I wasn't able to assist my fellow men in delivering a decent governance. We have been cheated. These criminals masquerading as a politician have forgotten about the unemployed. At this time, there's no reason to be hopeful.
Can't you see our people slipping away? Have you all gone blind? When are we going to able to get back on our feet? They're unfit to rule our nation. Our cherished farmers, fisher folk, and indigenous people are collapsing. Your assistance is required. Demolish this administration and build a better one.
We're going to shoot you if you don't leave right now. Takuman has been issued. You must save yourself and accept your fate. Every single one of you losers, go home. Enough with the complaining.
They already fired their weapons at us. Two of my closest pals has been injured. What have we become as a nation? Every corner has a cop waiting to arrest me for being who I am? This is something I don't believe redemption can heal. All of the rights we've battled from throughout the years has been reduced to ash. Nada. How come it's so simple for them to take away someone's rights? How they can eat without choking or sleep without having nightmares? How exactly?
We don't appear to be significant in their views any longer. We are evicted from our own land so that they may construct skyscrapers of nothingness. They are flexing their ill-gotten gains, forgetting about the people that have been here since the beginning, looking after this land. Our past is being rewritten by these tyrants. I'm not in the best of spirits right now. Their heinousness sickens me. What makes them think they can get away with it? Do they even recognize us as a human?
According to my mother, this country is being ruled by terrible men, which is why we need to locate a new home. I'm grateful that I have a financial means to travel and have a second opportunity at a better life. But what about those who don't? How are they going to get out of this situation? I only hope they can see the light at the end of the tunnel, as my mother always assures me.
Regardless of my income, I pay my taxes. They're merely using it to their advantage. There is no improvement in our country. All of my efforts have been for naught. They are well paid. Why do they keep evading taxes? I'm getting poor by the day while their wallets are expanding. How much longer must I endure in order to achieve my goal? Someone, please help us.
Kabisan kami sa kuya kandidato. Initdan da kami yung permission na Remuel. Bakit irayan tutot imboto darayan kurap na kandidato? Ang bagay kila mo. Antam na untoy nagawad siya kasansari ka pares kuya minorya. Wala ninunot mo responsibilidad na nagawa. Makasarili kang tuo.
I was born in chaotic and horrible time. And I don't want my children to be denied a vast, beautiful, and independent existence as well. And just like me, I, too, just like those who first stand and voice out for their entitlement, I am being denied the rights of those callous politicians. The entire day, I've spent the entire day at home, washing the dishes, cleaning the house, feeding the children, and taking care of my family. Hoping and pleading that the next time I open my eyes, I'll be in a country with a better platform and governing system. But the cycle only continues with the repetitions of times. And each day, the fire of hunkering is dimming and shifting away from me, from us.
What they're saying about these politicians is not true. In fact, during their fathers and mothers' time was when the Philippines flourished in all its might. Sure, there were casualties, but hey, at least the economy grew and we were well all known all over the world. Also, those casualties were rebels and terrorists of our country. They deserve it for going against the golden government that only wanted what was best for them.
Schools are teaching these kids to eventually become a terrorist by telling them to rally every time there's a minor inconvenience, but in fact, it is the government that is paying for the school. How ungrateful these kids are.
Okay, we've heard enough. We already listened to your stories about the inadequacy of this administration. We'll respond and deliver services to make it up to you all. Thank you, and you may go now. Mr. Revamonte has an important meeting after this.
Maybe for those who are heartless as you just laugh or mock at the situation we are stuck in right now, or many would just ignore the pain, the cries, and the grievance. But the world turns, and we will never be afraid to stand with what is right and what is rightfully for us, our children, and this nation. We will continue to love this country despite the struggles. Awakened hearts will remain to beat. We will continue the light rooted in our veins. This is not the end.
Oh God, those people are trash in my palace. And they stink badly. Good thing those beggars are now gone. Make sure they can't go near me again next time. And oh, they talk too much. How I hate how they talk nonsense like blah blah blah.
No, just don't mind them. They'll eventually get tired and go back to where they belong. Stupid dogs.
Breaking news. 5 casualties have been reported to Dela after a truck and a jeepney collision that has happened live here at Central Lucia, Calafran Highway past Fanatic this afternoon. Pietro Hidalgo, a 29-year-old truck driver, had a minor injury on his left knee and is still on his way recovering to the hospital before giving his statements to the police. While on the younger vehicle, these people are said to be Paulo Pangaliban, the driver of the jeep, Jose Buenaventura, a fisherman together with his housewife Leonora Buenaventura. Other casualties are Edwin Aquino, a farmer, and Leonardo Santos, who had been declared dead on arrival on his road to the hospitals. Others are still under the monitoring of the doctor, wounded, injured, and others are still unconscious. An investigation is still underway for the root of this accident, but based on one of the responders I had asked earlier, these people have the same denominator. People who had been in the accident are said to be part of those who attended the democratic rallies against the ununited governance of this present administration. This is Rachel Domingo reporting for CBB News.
Yes, I will decide who can live and survive in this country, and who will unluckily bid their goodbyes.